Hello, and welcome to Goats and Gamebots, the unlicensed and completely uncalled for Survivor podcast. I'm Jack Pickard, winner of Survivor Saints vs. Sinners, and rightful heir to the Probst Tribal Council stump. I'm also joined by my co-hosts, the keyboard warrior, Zach Madsen.
How do you do?
And the editing wizard, Andrew Terzigny.
I'll cast an editing spell on you.
Today, we continue dragging Andrew through our 40-season Survivor binge. This episode, we're talking about Season 18, Tocantins. So if you don't want that spoiled,
Got nothing for you. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
for those of you still with us, let's get it on. 40 seasons, 3 goofballs, 1 pointless podcast. Welcome back.
Remix.
And welcome back to the podcast. Wow.
Here we are.
Yeah. How we doing today, fellas? How we feeling?
In case you guys are wondering what an editing spell would be,
Yeah.
I would simply put an in point at the top of your head, an out point at the base of your feet, and then I'd cut you out of existence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that'll translate to a lot of our listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will.
To answer your question, I'm doing great.
Okay. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
As you heard by the intro, got an update.
Uh-oh.
That season that we talked about last episode, that Final 3 challenge, actually, that I was doing during the podcast.
It was
I won that
all
challenge.
You
worth it.
did?
Yeah, I won that
Hey.
challenge.
You won it.
Yeah,
Excuse me?
So final
Can
two.
you play the air horn sound effect?
Yeah. Whoa! That's right. Won that challenge, was able to pick who I wanted to take to the end. Ended up winning in a 6-3 vote. So,
Wow.
yeah. There was a lot of, it's interesting that I bring it up in the Tocantins episode because there was a lot of similarities.
Some parallels,
I think.
hey?
Yeah. I would say JT and I were on very similar journeys. And my final 2 situation, it was kind of my under-the-radar brainiac partner in crime for most of the thing, which was my Steven, you know? So I really do think, I even mentioned it as I was doing Final Tribal, that it reminded me a lot of Tocantins. So, and thankfully it had a similar outcome, although I didn't win as handily as JT did. So,
Still, a win's a win.
You
Yeah.
won your way to the end as well.
Yeah.
Much like JT.
3 challenges in a row, back to back to
Wow.
back.
Didn't you do a don't drop the ball challenge?
I did do a don't drop the ball challenge, just like Tocantins. Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of comparisons. And get this, one of my legitimate strategies throughout the game was iron sharpens iron. That was like what I was a part of this very powerful Otavia alliance, and I just kept being like, look, let's get to the final 4. Iron sharpens iron. Let's go. So I used a excerpt of the coach playbook.
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, learn from the master.
You gotta. So, all right, let's jump into a little bit of Survivor. I think the obvious place to start is the aesthetics of this season, stuff that doesn't matter. How do we feel about this season compared to the other seasons? How does it stand out?
There's,
I don't remember.
yeah, like for
Nothing.
me, there's nothing really that sticks out like aesthetically wise. It looks like.
I mean,
the
we're
rest
in a
of 'em.
different place.
Looks like the rest of them.
We're in the Brazilian highlands. We're getting like eagles flying overhand. We're getting it nothing.
Nothing.
Does nothing for you.
My tribal council review is kind of not that good.
Well, wait, I have a fun fact about the aesthetic. Sorry, before we get into that.
Yeah, go for
Fun
it.
fact, thus far, it is the only season to feature black as the color for a starting tribe.
That is pretty cool.
That is cool.
So that's
Yeah.
cool.
And the
That
black
is,
buffs look dope.
Black buffs
Buffs
always
are
look good.
always good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goth vibes.
Yeah, for sure. And the tribes, Timbira, Jalapao, you didn't like the names at first.
Yeah.
Timberland.
Timberland and jalapeno.
Jalapeno, yeah. But the red and the black is a good look. Switching to the green thing. Yeah.
Like it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tribal council again. Don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. It was just.
don't have a place
Wasn't
in my brain
memorable.
to remember
I wrote
things.
down Big Hut, Pizza Hut. So not that memorable.
Yeah. A stretch, for sure.
I like the Pizza Hut big in question form. Pizza Hut?
We got the exile, which was like the giant sand dune.
That was
different.
The
pretty-
exile
was,
and that
yeah,
was not an
aesthetically.
island.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Right?
just
That was
Exile
pretty
Dune.
cool. I'll
Exile
give you
Dune.
that. I'll give you that.
yeah.
Directed by Dennis Villanueva.
Yeah. So Timothy Chalamet's there and
Coming straight to HBO Max.
everybody. Yeah, so I guess nothing great aesthetically. right? Tribal council wasn't that great.
What
You
were
get the tree mail guys with the idol, the butt idol. You know what I mean?
Oh,
the
yeah.
idols
The
were
butt
hitting the
idol
asshole.
were in the
yeah.
butthole.
Yeah.
How beautiful.
That's aesthetically, I think that's,
I love that.
amazing.
As an ass man,
Yeah.
I have to say,
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Always start there. If you're on Survivor, look in the ass first.
Always check the ass.
Yeah, the ass
Your-
of tree mail. Is,
Not your fellow competitors' asses, though.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is not okay. Stay away from that.
yeah.
But your own asshole,
Check it.
why not? Yeah, what could it hurt?
Well, that's where you hide the idol when you get it,
yes.
right? Like
It's true.
you can hide it someplace on the idol, or island, but people will find it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's searching your butt.
Yeah, no place
Yeah.
better than your prison wallet.
Prison wallet.
So,
That's what
I
they
couldn't
always
remember
say.
what prison wallet. I was about to call it personal wallet. I was about to call it pocket wallet. I was like, none of these. What is the word I'm looking for? It
don't
was
worry,
prison.
my brain is already in the gutter. But yeah. All right, so tribal council, nothing great.
Yeah.
New location, nothing great.
No roof, right?
Roof.
There was a
There
roof.
was a roof?
Yeah, it was
Pizza
roofed.
Hut.
It was a hut.
Yeah,
Gotta
it's
say,
the
guys,
Pizza Hut.
I'm a fan of this tribal council.
And didn't they have to cross like a little bridge to get to the voting urn? Or am I
Yeah,
tripping?
but like that. I've seen it. Been there, done that.
Okay. Nothing new.
Nothing new.
If
Okay,
Andrew's
so-
not impressed, I'm not
I was going to
impressed.
say, do you feel like every tribal council has to innovate? We can't,
Yeah, I
like...
feel they gotta be memorable. They gotta be on the edge of a waterfall.
So you're telling me you don't want to go... Well, that's the thing. You can't go back to the edge of a waterfall because it's been done before.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it. Been there, done that.
So if there
Give
was
me
another
something
tribal
new.
council that was on a waterfall, you would not be a fan of it?
Maybe
that's-
if it was like revolutionize it, put it in the waterfall. You have to go under the falls to get to it.
Yeah.
Do something new. Be
I'm
creative.
sure the sound team would love that.
Yeah, that would suck. But
See-
that would be sick as shit.
I
That'd be
don't
sick
feel
as
like
fuck.
you got to do something new. I feel like there are certain... Like, Treehouse Tribal, always going to be good. Like, if we went back to a waterfall, going to be great. Panama's, like, Cave Tribal Council, if we were in another cave, I would love that shit.
You
I
know
don't feel
how
like you-
some seasons, like at the beginning when Jeff introduces it, he's like in a helicopter or like on top of a volcano?
Yeah.
How cool would it be if we had a tribal on top of a volcano?
That would be
Ooh,
sick.
I'm
an
telling you.
active
How cool would it be
volcano.
if it was in the volcano?
In the volcano. Kind of
Sick.
like a Spy Kids movie.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. How long
That
have
we
we been
know of.
following?
Can we get a
Great.
number crunch? When was the last time we brought up Spy Kids?
Spy Kids
in an
2?
episode.
I believe it would be the Vanna White Island of Lost Dreams.
Island
Was
of
that the
Lost
last
episode.
time? Man.
Yeah, it's got to be a while.
I feel like it always finds a way.
Yeah.
Stop being
like
so
life.
revolutionary.
Yeah, speaking of innovation, Spy Kids 2?
Spy Kids 2, anyone?
Do you think God stays in heaven out of fear of what he created? That's a bar.
True. Maybe I should buy Spy Kids 2. Would you guys listen to a Spy Kids 2 episode of Ghosts and Game Pass?
Yes.
Well,
says
say
all
yes.
the fans.
Just buy the trilogy. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
say buy all
And then
three.
we'll talk
Right.
most
Tell
of
you
the
what,
time about...
We'll even
the-
throw Spy Kids 4D all the time in the world in there for free.
Do we have to?
See, my rebuttal with that is, one, if I buy just one movie, it's cheaper. And two, I only want to watch the second one because it's the best one.
It is the best one.
But the third one is
the third one's so
amazing.
fun.
The
Sylvester
meme
Stallone.
potential is
They
crazy.
do have Frodo. It
That's
has a
true.
Frodo in it.
Barely.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
the
the guy.
You know,
As
he's
he-
the guy.
As a kid, I had a crush on whatever her name was, the purple lady.
Oh, yeah.
The Deceiver.
What is her name?
Number crunch.
Number Crunch.
Number Crunch, the Deceiver's name from Spy Kids 3.
Who turned out to be a
Keyboard warrior.
program the whole time.
Yeah, right? That was
Spoilers.
heartbreaking.
I haven't.
I never finished the trilogy. 2 is too good.
I think the
Demetra?
window.
Demetra.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. A hot girl name, even. What is that, Russian?
I believe it's computer program.
She's also 12. I don't think.
I don't
Well,
think
I
you
meant
get
as a 12-year-old
Ah.
also. I was,
Yeah.
you know.
that. Mhm.
Sam.
Sure. All right. Let's move on.
Moving on. Wait. Who's
yeah.
this guy? The guy with the glasses and the weird haircut?
Oh yeah, he's one of the like player
Francis?
friends.
He seems like a cool dude.
Yeah. And in real life, he's not smart.
Francis.
That's
yeah.
the whole thing.
Those
right?
glasses are fake.
That's acting, baby.
Fake, yeah. All right. We're going to start talking about Legitimate Survivor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Surviving.
We talked about the aesthetics of it, but let's start getting into the outwit section, which is some of the characters. And I feel like there's a lot of them to talk about this season. There's a lot of memorable people. A lot of returners.
Like, oh my god, my favorite characters like Carolina. And
Sandy.
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 Yeah.
I do love Sandy.
At the beginning, I asked you who your winner pick was.
And it should be Sandy.
And it was it went surprisingly longer than I thought it was going to.
Oh, yeah.
She made it like 4 or 5 tribals in.
Yeah, she was the
fourth boot. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think everyone was convinced she'd be the first.
Yeah.
But luck brought her to the fourth. She made it 12 days.
Mm-hmm. The other thing to talk about is, like, I really loved the intro of this season where they send them in on the truck. They can't talk. They're all sizing each other up. And then they have to pick somebody, which they think they're voting out of the tribe, but they're just voting to give them a free helicopter ride back to camp ahead of time. They get the clue to the immunity idol, or they get to start setting up camp.
Yes.
And Sandy foolishly tries to find the idol to no success.
And then doesn't know what a pace is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? She's like, 10 paces. What's
10
a pace?
paces?
Okay.
What is that? Foreign
In her
currency?
defense,
Yeah.
I don't know what a pace is.
It's like a step.
That's
Right?
it?
Yeah, it's
Have you never
10
heard like
paces.
40 paces east?
Yeah, I have, but like,
So
what
it's
the
a
fuck?
step.
I'm not
Yeah.
a genius. I don't fucking know.
it's just an
Oh,
actual step.
Are
a
we
step?
geniuses
Well-
because we know what a pace is? Is that the bar?
Maybe. I feel like more people know what a pace is than not know what a pace is.
I would say so, yeah, Andrew. I think you're in the minority.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I believe so.
Yes.
So if you're ever on Survivor, just keep in mind a pace is like
pace.
a stride, right?
Well,
It's just
if
a
I'm-
measurement of a stride, I think.
If I'm on Survivor, I've done something wrong. I can't stress it enough. I don't want to do it.
You failed upwards.
Somebody tricked me into this. I don't want to be here.
You wouldn't do a blood versus water if they did a 3-tribe blood versus water season with the 3 of us.
The goats and game bots?
With the goats and game bots. You wouldn't do it?
No.
Chance to win $1 million?
sounds
You have to
awful.
represent the goats
Your
and game
bros out
bots,
there?
dude.
It sounds so awful. My tummy hurts after I have like eaten a French fry. Like, I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You do have stomach issues.
I have a very sensitive stomach.
Yeah.
They'll put a Jeff special in front of me, and I'll just lose it.
You would absolutely lose that challenge.
I don't
for
want it.
sure. You just say no.
Yeah, I was just like,
It
No,
goes
would
to
get
sip
voted out
his
immediately.
apple juice box. I'm sorry, it's fruit punch. It just has a large apple on
it does have a very large
Yeah.
apple. It's a juicy juice in case
He is
anyone's
drinking a
wondering.
juicy juice.
Is an apple like a key ingredient in fruit punch?
It's
Yeah.
prominent in this
It's a
juicy
fruit.
I
juice, I'll
guess,
tell
yeah.
you that.
I've never thought about it, but I always assumed that was more like a berry type of
Mm.
beverage.
Yeah, I guess it depends.
Got a little
I'm a
apple in
big
there.
fan of juicy juice fruit punch because the apple is so prevalent. It's not quite apple juice. It's got a little flavor to it.
A little
You got
spice.
some grapes and some whatnots in there.
See, I'm a Hawaiian punch guy.
See, too sugary for me.
I
I
feel
like it, but I mean, I could drink juicy juice all fucking day.
I like water. I might drink some.
We're talking juice.
Welcome to the beverage podcast.
Yeah.
I do. If I had to pick a little, all right, sidebar.
Mhm.
What is your favorite non-alcoholic drink? Mine is water.
Water.
Absolutely.
Water.
It's so nothing hits like water.
Yeah, we're
Also,
a
everything
bunch
else.
of hydro bros.
Okay, maybe not coffee because I guess I'm so like used to coffee that it doesn't really mess up my body anymore. But any other drink that's not water or coffee or tea messes me up.
See, I am a sugary drink guy. I'm always drinking like a Snapple
Yeah, he
or
loves
like
them.
a
I can't do it. It
More
hurts
than
me.
I like snacking, I like drinking sugary shit.
Well, even when I like order a drink when we get like food,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm getting a soda, which I do rarely, I can only have like half of it before I'm like
Yeah.
done.
This is welcome to adulthood. Like it's I had a caffeine past like 7 o'clock and I stayed up till like 3 in the morning.
Like I'm only allotted 45 grams of sugar a day. I can only drink
Yeah.
half of the soda.
Honestly, I do think if I were to go on Survivor, one of the most difficult things for me to adjust to would just be like
Sugar withdrawal?
Yeah, well, like not being able to have like a tea or like some kind of sugary drink. I operate on those things. You know what I mean? It keeps my blood sugar level high.
The caffeine withdrawal would get me right away.
Yeah.
Or you could be like, imagine being like Shane without cigarettes.
Oh,
yeah.
without cigs?
The THC withdrawal when I go out there, people are gonna be like, "Man, he is like
My goodness.
low."
This guy okay?
This
Yeah.
guy sucks.
He looks like death.
I've been under the influence for like 3 years straight. Finally, the THC is leaving my system. Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah. Enough about that.
Survivor.
Yeah. We keep going down these rabbit holes. It's one of those apps.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of those apps.
How wit.
I know we've got a lot of great characters, right? Like Coach Tyson,
Mhm.
JT, Steven. What about bad characters? Like, who would Sia's biggest stinker be this season? Do we have
I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot stand Debbie.
Oh.
I do not like her.
Interesting.
I do not care for that woman.
Imagine if she was your school principal.
Oh.
Is that what you're picking up on? Is it the principal vibe that you don't vibe
Well,
with?
I said this. She gives me straight up like, let me speak to the manager vibes. Very just like, I hate to use it because it's so cliche, but she's got those Karen vibes. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Especially, I think there was that moment when her and Coach were like talking to Sierra and trying to get Sierra to hop on their side for the vote. And this could have been gameplay. But her getting like so defensive and playing the victim when Sierra was like, well, you guys just voted for me. Well, I'm going to help you out.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. She just very much like had herself on a pedestal, and I felt like was looking down at Sierra and almost playing like the age sort of card, being like, well, I'm older than you, respect me, blah, blah, blah.
I got you.
And it's just, I don't fuck with that. It's a level playing field of Survivor, Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
Go eat Chick-fil-A.
Aaron kind of sucks, if I remember correctly.
Aaron kind of
right?
sucks.
Yeah, Aaron kind of sucks.
She
Sierra
do be
kinda
playing,
sucks.
though.
I can't remember. Does Brendan suck? Or was Brendan cool?
Brendan just dumb.
Yeah, he's
He's
just
just
a
dumb?
dummy.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if...
He's from Colorado. That makes sense.
He's got, that really does.
got
That's all you need
Colorado
to know.
brain.
Like,
Mhm.
everybody I've met from Colorado has the same personality, and it
Mhm.
is Brendan.
Yeah.
I don't know
not
what
that
it is
everyone's
about
dumb.
him.
Not that he's dumb. It's the whole just very like almost airheady type of presence he has.
Yeah.
Where he's probably very intelligent, but he just kind of like,
He's probably a nice guy.
he's just really too chill.
Yeah.
Some scenarios where it kind of like you can take advantage of someone like that.
Yeah.
So
Like-
that's a good stereotype.
Again, they didn't even know if their alliance was a thing after the merge because he just like didn't talk to them. But, yeah, what you got?
What's up, Andrew?
So remember earlier when
Yeah.
I asked, does Aaron suck?
Yeah.
I have this note in episode 10. In case you couldn't tell from the 2 N's in her name, Aaron sucks.
The 2 N's is
Erin with 2 N's. That's true. That's how she spells her name.
yeah.
I like to think that her parents
mean-
named her Erin with 1 N, and she was like,
she earned
I'd
it.
be different.
Yeah.
I
I
earned
want
the
an
second
extra
N.
N on my name.
When you are like, my name is Aaron, and then they're like, oh, also you developed a personality that really sucks. they tack on that extra N. I would say I think Sierra would be my biggest stinker.
Yeah, you don't like Sierra.
And this time around, I will
I
say
came around to her towards the end.
I felt more sympathy towards her this time. I really do think it's like Tyson's my favorite Survivor player of all time. If Tyson says somebody sucks, then they suck. Like I'm just kind of like a ride or die for whatever opinion he holds. So there is definitely part of that makes me biased.
Yeah.
I feel like the nice middle ground is Aaron, though. You know.
Yeah. Are we picking stinker right now?
We
Or are
don't. We
just
don't
kinda
have to. We're just
discussing
kind
it?
of shooting the shit about
Okay.
it. If there's not
'Cause I
one
like
that sticks
Sierra.
out,
I'd say
Yeah.
Aaron is my, because I mean another note
I
here that
have
just
to
says
go with
nobody cares Aaron.
Debbie.
yeah. And I hear the Debbie argument too.
Yeah, and I'll give Aaron this. I remember at the beginning of the season, we were talking. I remember I saw somewhere on like social media, someone was like, "Oh, a second chance season would be cool if we had like Aaron in it," and I was like, "Aaron?
Yeah.
What does she even do this season?" And then I realized, not that she's playing the type like a winner's game by any means. She does try to play.
Yeah.
She made that whole case of like, if I swap sides, like I'm not on the bottom of this 6-person alliance. I'm on the bottom of this 4-person.
Yeah.
So
and
why
then I
wouldn't
get
I hop
final
over
4
there?
instead of final 6.
And she almost got brought to the end.
Mhm.
And if, say, like, Steven brought her and everyone was pissed enough at Steven, she could have fucking won.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll give her some credit there. As dislike or unlikable as she is, I probably, just based on gameplay, have to give her some respect.
yeah.
But
And
fuck Debbie.
And it's an edit thing too, I think. Like again, like your edit, would you have gotten in the situation where you were taken to the end and would have been a winner? Like your edit would have been completely different. You can make any piece of shit look amazing, or vice versa. Like you can make an amazing person look like a shitty person, i.e. Wendell. Like it just, depending on what role they play in the
Right.
story, the overarching
Tyson
story.
in this season's great because we know Tyson is awesome.
Yeah.
Great, funny dude, but he's very much edited to be a villain in this season because he says some villainous things.
Yeah.
He is just
And Yeah.
ripping people.
And I know the first time I watched the season, I was like, Tyson's kind of an asshole.
Mhm.
And now I love him.
Yeah,
So.
and I think it's him at his most raw.
Oh, yeah.
Because there is, like obviously, it's not a spoiler. Tyson wins a season.
Yes, I'm
and
familiar.
and that's watered down Tyson because it's like we got to make
Watered.
this guy likable.
Yeah.
Like we can't have him just ripping people to the shreds in the way that he does in this season. So it feels like the most raw Tyson that we get, and I appreciate it. Like the first time, it was like, who is this Waluigi? That
Why?
V-neck
yeah,
motherfucking.
yeah, this,
True, with
You're
the deepest
lousy.
V.
the deepest V. You're lousy.
You're lousy.
Just like talking shit in challenges. Like, I don't know. But again, Tyson has come around to be one of my favorites. And I will say, too, first time I watched this season, wasn't a big fan of Coach. But now Coach has to be in my top 5.
The energy
art.
So
value
entertaining.
of
Yeah.
Coach is just
For sure.
endless.
Oh, my God. He's
There's no
one
one
of the
like
best characters. Yeah.
And even up into the reunion has that great moment where he's like, "No, I will not take your lie detector test." And Jeff's like, "Well, of course you wouldn't." And he's like, "Because I
Psych.
took my own,
Yeah.
bitch," and does his little Dragon Slayer.
I love that he called Jeff my greatest adversary.
My greatest
Or-
adversary.
yeah. I
This
blindside
warrior.
you, my friend.
Greatest adversary.
Yeah, no, Coach is just endlessly entertaining.
Yeah, he
I
loves
didn't-
metaphors.
Yeah, I didn't even realize how many Coach quotes I had
Mhm.
written in here. There's so many.
And like
Coach.
half the episodes are named
Yeah,
after
are all
Coach
him,
quotes.
because he just says the stupidest shit.
Anytime he opens his mouth, it's gold.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like there's so much discussion this season about like is what's coming out of Coach's mouth truthful? And I think the thing you can't argue with is Coach believes everything he says.
Everything he says.
Like
even-
he is
yeah.
out there living with his heart on his sleeve, and he is an eccentric dude. But like I kind of adore him for it. Like he says some outlandish shit and has no problem saying it, but like it makes the season 10 times more entertaining.
What do you think really happened with those indigenous people?
That captured him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to think that they captured him and just got so fucking annoyed of him that they let him go.
I could see that. I want to believe
Stop telling us stories, dude.
he was never really captured. He was like hiking in the Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
Came
Kayaking.
across kayaking. Came across this indigenous tribe. They welcomed him in, and he thought he was being kidnapped. So the whole time he's like sitting, they're like feeding him, they're being nice to him,
Yeah.
but he thinks he is kidnapped. So he's just waiting around for a moment to leave.
he's trying to Irish goodbye the whole time. Yeah, I got
I gotta go do
world
it
record
too.
to go finish.
I gotta go put some money in the meter.
It's just an excuse to dip out, man. And the other thing too is like there's all these rewards of like whitewater rafting and like meeting the indigenous tribes and shit that Coach just wants so badly.
Right.
And he's just not that good at challenges, so he doesn't win any of them, and he just has to watch other people go on them, which is like a fun little subplot this season.
He's always like, whatever, I've already done that.
Yeah. And even just the monastic approach to exile, like I appreciate his commitment to the bit. Like to starve himself, to
Yeah.
get a dragon, like to call himself the Dragon Slayer, to go and get a piece of wood and turn it into a staff, and just the consistency of the thing that made all of us laugh the hardest, I think, was when he went, "Be the wizard, Steven."
Be the wizard, Steven.
Like Steven's getting
Out of
set off to
nowhere.
exile, yeah, and he just like looks him straight in the eyes. Be the wizard, Steven. So funny, undeniably the funniest thing.
He's so wonderfully weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very authentically himself
That's the
at
thing
all
is
times.
whether it's truthful or not truthful.
It doesn't matter.
He's him, and
Yeah.
he never strays out of that persona.
Right. Like when Brendan's like, none of us have ever done this in our lives. And he's like,
I have, and you almost knew that's what he was gonna
Yep.
say.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't say anything, it would have felt wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. And him like going down in the challenge in the way that he did, like the no, I don't
have
want
a
them.
herniated disc.
Yeah, I don't want them to look at my back because if they
Oh,
do,
yeah.
they say it'll be too bad and they'll have to pull me from the
They'll
game.
have to pull me.
Like just total
Yeah.
horse shit, but like so entertaining.
If medical looked at my back, I wouldn't be here anymore. That's what Coach says.
Yeah.
They look at it like, sir, you don't have a back.
And what was the other? I just say, hit me with your best shot, Pat
Benatar.
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 What? So good. You know what I say to that? I say, hit me with your best.
shot, Pat Benatar.
I love it.
I think there's another moment where he like quotes a song and mentions like the person's song who it is, right? I don't know exactly what it is, but I think that's something he does a lot.
It's a recurring thing.
It's his thing.
At one point, there was like a storm coming in.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't worry. Storm's going to come in, and then it's going to turn away.
Yeah.
Cut to the biggest storm of the season. They're like, it has been pouring rain for hours.
Yeah.
I have a connection with Mother Nature, and I'm feeling like this is going to miss us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to miss us.
The editing team just went, and also all those coach montages
that started like 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah,
then,
doing the Dragon Slayer, Tai Chi.
Oh, yeah, Coach Chi.
Good shit.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And that is something that evolves alongside him too. I think that like this is the beginning of the Coach saga, and Coach has one of the most entertaining trilogies, like of people who have gone on 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
His complete arc over those 3 seasons is like
I can only
it's
imagine
chef's
he
kiss.
gets
It's beautiful.
crazier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because, I mean, now he's got the smallest amount of fame.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
it's
and,
just-
yeah.
Yeah,
That
got a
was Coach
reputation.
without knowing if
Yeah.
anybody fucked with it or not.
Uh-huh.
And now he's got people coming up to him on the street.
Be like, you're Coach!
Yeah.
The Dragon Slayer!
Absolutely.
Would this be an appropriate time to read our fan fiction that was submitted?
I think so. So this episode, we're not doing a top 3.
No top 3 this time.
But instead, we
We
decided to do a throwback to one of our first episodes when we did a Rudy fan fiction. Make sure you check out the Rudy fan fiction from the Borneo episode.
Yeah,
What was it?
which was totally improvised.
Yeah, it was
By me.
Navy. It was
Yeah,
Oh,
he
it
was
was him
stuck
and his
on the
Navy
boat,
buddies.
Yeah, it was
and
a
his Navy buddy was
homoerotic fan
there.
fiction.
Yeah,
about the
sort of a
Navy.
sexual awakening for Rudy.
Absolutely.
This one is just submitted by a fan, and
What's this fan's name?
They go by the Tick, the Tack, the Toe.
That sounds a little bit
Interesting.
like the nickname we gave you.
Me?
Yeah, we call you the Tack.
Well, I'm just the Tack.
Oh,
Yeah.
So this is
a different guy
probably a
altogether.
fan of yours.
They have a lot. Yes, they adopted my nickname.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
get
the
it.
Goof Troop is very dedicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it runs deep. But they didn't want their actual identity given out, so I decided I'd read it since they sent it to me.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
apparently
yeah,
a
of
fan
course.
mine. So
You want to cue that fanfic music?
let's do it.
All right.
Okay. So this is Coach at Exile Island, deciding to go without food for a whole day. Unbreakable, unbendable, unyielding, immeasurable, immovable, invincible. No food, no thoughts, except maybe the thought of that bitch Erin back at camp. Who spells their name like that? 2 N's? Get over yourself. In this world, there are 2 kinds of people. There are Erins and there are Dragon Slayers. And I'm the Dragon Slayer. Me, Coach Wade. The martyr approach? More like the manly approach. Who's more of a man than me? Coach Wade from Survivor. I'm approaching my 4th hour here on Exile Island.
It's only been 4 hours.
My body is weak, but my mind is strong. I meditated for 2 hours uninterrupted, except for a few times when my nose got itchy. I found a large stick and shaved the bark off of it. I deemed it my dragon staff, as I am the Dragon Slayer. Coach Wade. Me. Now approaching hour 10, I rest in the water and stare up at the sky. My energy is low, but my spirit is high, like the hawk I soar above the mountains. Me, Coach Wade. I'm not actually a hawk. That's just a metaphor. I am the Dragon Slayer, though. That's both metaphor and fact. It is now the next morning. I'm set to leave exile soon, though I begged the producers to stay. They reminded me that I'm here to play a game. Survivor, I'm told. My mind is a little hazy, as I did not sleep. I did not eat. I had very little water, and let me tell you, it was friggin' awesome, man. My back is killing me, though. If only my assistant coach was here to readjust me. But I will fight through the pain. I will not allow medical to look at it either, because if I did, they'd be like, "Oh my God, Coach Wade, how are you dealing with this extreme pain? We've never seen anything like it. You must be the toughest muchacho this side of the Mississippi. We have to pull you this second." And there's no way the Dragon Slayer would ever let that happen. I'm the Dragon Slayer. Me, Coach Wade.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Well written.
I wish I knew
Wow.
who wrote that, because
I know.
That was
Whoever you are, let us know. We'd love to give you a shout out on Instagram.
the back of my head hurts from smiling the entire time.
I
That
love
was
that
on point.
he calls himself Coach Wade.
Coach Wade, me, Coach Wade.
And he goes, me, Coach Wade, from Survivor, while he's on Survivor.
That was great.
He loves himself.
Yeah,
What
thank
can we
you.
say?
If you guys have any other fan fictions that you'd like to submit, feel free to tag us
Send
in it
them in.
at Goats and Game Bot
Mm-hmm.
on Instagram, and then it's plural on Twitter. So
Things are confusing.
quick plug of
Or
our socials.
I think it's vice versa.
Is it vice versa?
Yeah, because
You'll
Twitter
find
for
us.
some reason gives you like a cap.
Okay, figure it out.
Yeah, figure it
yourself,
out.
you goof troop.
Click the link
Google it.
tree.
Yeah.
The link tree in the description.
Should we get a Goats and Game Bots OnlyFans going?
Where we
What would
only
we
post
post?
like cute selfies.
Yeah.
Nudity.
Yeah.
Just us with the cats and stuff.
Just like Ozzy. And then all of a sudden we have, just like Ozzy
Yeah.
as well, a threesome video. Like a real one.
It's just us, though.
Everything else is like a wholesome content. And then it's the three.
Threesome coming soon. Stay tuned.
Oh, why not?
Would you guys pay for that?
would
Let
you?
us know.
Yeah, let us know.
$5
Honestly,
a
yeah.
month. Or we could do a Patreon, but that seems too like what's the word?
Yeah.
Predictable.
Yeah, for $1 a month you get feet pics. Anyway.
I would do that. That sounds pretty funny.
All right, so that's going to be it for the Outwit section. We'll wrap it up there. And we'll come back and we'll start talking about the Outplay stuff. Stay tuned. This season is brought to you by a modern toilet and plenty of Charmin. Hope you love those bears who love to shit. Welcome back.
They
I do
didn't
love
know
them.
what they had.
Now,
That toilet paper?
yeah.
Flash forward to 2020, that's currency.
True.
They
Yeah.
should have, instead of using it, they should have
Held on to
taken
it. That was
with
an
them
investment.
for
It's like in the-
11 years in the future.
Yeah, like in
When
the
a pandemic
auction, when
happens.
people hang on to the money because they want the money,
Mm-hmm.
do that, but with the rewards.
Yeah.
It's like this toilet paper is going to be more
Could be
valuable.
worth something someday.
Yeah. When there's a pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
you can get some bang for your buck on that shit. But yeah, I also, those bears, it's
Love to
unrelated, but
shit.
those bears like have a weird fetish for pooping,
Uh-huh.
for wiping their butts.
Like-
Their feet is shitting. You get what I mean?
And also, it's Jeff's tooth. Like
Yeah, Jeff
loves
yeah.
JT's tooth.
The
A
way
little
those
too
Charmin
much.
Bears
Yeah.
love taking shits.
They're the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff
Do
has
they-
this weird obsession with JT's tooth. The bears have a weird obsession with shitting.
Do they love
It's all
to
the same
shit
beast.
more than they love to wipe?
Well, you have to do one
Do
to
you?
get the other.
You don't.
I
You
You can wipe
just
your ass
wipe your
whenever
bare
you want.
ass?
Yeah, because it's so soft. It feels good on your
okay.
asshole.
That's what I think it is. I get the vibe that they wipe
They're just
dry.
They don't
wake
shit.
up in the morning and they're like, let me get a quick wipe.
Let me take a wipe.
Just
in.
because they love the feel. Okay, so they wake up from their Okay, wait. I'm one of the Charmin Bears.
Which one?
The
Big Papa Bear.
Pappy.
The Pappy one.
Big Pappy Bear. I'm sleeping on a pillow made of Charmin toilet paper.
It's just Charmin toilet paper shoved into a pillowcase.
Yeah. I wake up, I take it from the pillowcase, go do a quick dry wipe, and get my day started. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a real quick Charmin Bear fan fiction. Yeah. Absurd.
Oh.
How'd we get here?
Never
great.
considered it, but I guess you technically don't have to shit to wipe your ass.
Yeah, that's the moral of this. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
Charmin's whole thing should be, our toilet paper is so good, you're gonna use it without pooping.
You're gonna use it shitless.
Shitless.
As like paper towels and things. Do you have napkins? No, but got a lot of Charmin.
Plenty of Charmin.
crazy.
Anyway, Survivor.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The way to relate it is the Jeff's JT tooth thing. Why do you think Jeff was so crazy about JT's tooth?
I think it's just because that is a crazy thing to happen.
It's a fun factoid.
And the fact that JT was like, it's out of my mouth now. The fuck's the difference?
Yeah.
I think that Jeff was just like, wow. One, that's
a man right there.
Yeah, Jeff was just impressed.
Yeah.
Also, if it's not JT, like this very likable guy who wins Survivor, do you think Jeff cares as much about the tooth?
I think it has more to do with whose tooth it is.
Yeah. True. If it was somebody's
Steven's
tooth,
right?
he
If
wouldn't
that's
care.
Debbie's tooth, he's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's like, okay, let's move on. She lost a tooth. I'm over
Yeah.
it. But the fact that he like spit out the tooth and like grabbed it, chucked it, whatever he did, and then just like, no, I'm good. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Jeff was so impressed.
And didn't Jeff make a big deal of, who was it? Was it Boo that like popped his knee?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think Jeff is just like a real sucker for like people taking hard hits in challenges.
Just moving on.
Yeah, he understands it's good entertainment. you
Yeah.
know? So I think,
Producer brain.
but again, he like the fact that he kept it and
That's
then
weird.
presented to him at the reunion
And then
like,
gave it
made
to his
him-
mom.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I
His
was like-
mom, who very clearly did not want
Yeah, didn't want it either.
Wait, when he was like, does anyone want this tooth? Oh, there's some ladies in the front row who want this tooth. They want all of you, JT. They want your skin. They want to wear your fingernails.
They're gonna auction off the tooth, like in the charity auction.
Yeah.
You can get their torches or JT's tooth.
Or the part of JT's
Yeah.
tooth.
But then again, people buy all sorts of crazy
People-
shit like that.
yeah.
People are into that.
Somebody,
You
one time,
freak.
I remember when I was a kid, I saw somebody on the Today Show. They bought a ghost.
A
off
ghost?
Of eBay. So somebody put up a ghost, and it was simply just a picture of a hat and a cane, not even like propped up, just on the ground. And somebody purchased it for like $100,000.
Holy shit. So those are just cursed objects, I would
100K.
imagine, that they're selling?
I think they were selling a ghost.
Yeah, but like you're selling the cursed objects that the ghost haunts.
I
I'm
don't
assuming.
remember. Granted, it was the Today Show. It
Logic.
was early in the morning, and it was probably 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But my goodness, we're like, they're selling a ghost?
Or, if it's cursed, it's like if you were to get James's idols that he went out of the game with, then he may haunt them.
It's true. I would
Yeah.
You
love
may
that,
be buying
though.
the ghost of James
I'll
Clement.
buy the ghost of James.
That would be, and he's a grave digger. It all kind of comes full circle,
Right.
right?
Did you
I'm
say-
sure he deals with spirits on a regular basis as a grave digger.
Often.
Yeah, maybe that's what, new theory, James went out with two idols because he was being haunted from one of the ghosts where he worked.
Huge. We'll have to get him on the pod.
Yeah, we'll have to see if
ask
that's
him.
true. Yeah.
Did you say they spent $100,000?
It was
on.
a number crunched me on that, but I remember
Okay.
it being expensive. I was like, you bought a hat and a cane, sir.
You might be telling me that they spent a whole Survivor fan favorite award
On a ghost.
on a ghost.
On a hat and a
Oh,
cane.
100 G-skis.
But imagine, right? You buy that, you open the box, and then it just floats out.
That would be crazy.
Yeah,
you bought
already.
it back here.
Yeah, and then he floats away. You spent $100,000.
You're like, no!
Yeah. Imagine then he discovers his life purpose and he moves on or something, and you're like, "Damn, this is just a hat and a cane."
Bro! Yeah, no, this used to be a ghost. It's cool. I promise the ghost is gone, but there used to be a ghost in here. Pretty sick.
Say you guys have a butt ton of money.
Yeah.
I
What?
do.
Yeah,
If
you do.
you count fire tokens.
What would you spend on a ghost? Like you confirmed,
What would
like
I
you're
bid for a
getting a
ghost?
ghost. Like,
Friendly ghost or
friendly
Yeah.
ghost, yeah, a good ghost.
Because I don't want to spend any money on
On a scary
something
Ghosts
ghost.
are
like
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Do you realize the question you're asking? As the guy who's scared of a lot of things.
I'm not scared of ghosts.
You're not, but you're scared of skeletons.
No, I'm not scared of skeletons.
I'm pretty sure when we see skeletons, you
are
say scary.
spooky.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
there's
I'm
a
not.
difference
I
between
would say I'm
spooky
not
and
scared of
Spooky,
them.
scary.
I would be scared of them if they
Okay.
were running
Bet.
at me.
Bet.
That would be scary, but
Yeah.
if they're lying dead on the ground, which most skeletons
Is-
do.
Is this ghost benefiting anything to my life other than
No, he's just a
getting?
ghost.
Oh, so I'm just like I have a ghost.
It's
You
like an
just have
imaginary
a
friend.
ghost. Yeah, you just have like a Casper hanging out. Kind of eat your food every once in a while because he's a dick.
$12.
if you had a butt ton of money,
I think
at most you would spend $12 on a ghost.
If I can get a ghost for $12, why not? Why would I
Yeah,
spend
if it's a
more if I
steal.
can get it for $12?
And see, even if I have a lot of money, I think there's
I would
no
use that for-
situation in which I'm going to pay for a ghost. You're going to have to pay me to take a
Yeah,
ghost.
right.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Like-
use my butt ton of money to invest and make more money, and then have a ghost too. I suppose.
Unrelated to the ghost. So first thing
I
I
would
do,
invest.
I invest in the stock market. Second thing I do,
We're doubling that profit
Taking
margin. We're
GameStop
tripling
to the
that
moon.
profit margin.
Anyway, I again, such a random episode. We've talked about so much shit this ep.
Oh, I
Um,
love it.
but
Nothing
yeah.
is out of bounds for us.
100%.
Goats and game bots.
Yeah, I think the other thing, now that we're in the outplay section, we're talking about, Exile had a lot of cool stuff in terms of find the idol, right? We've got 2 idols. One of them went out rather, well, I guess both of them kind of, one got blindsided.
Yeah, Brendan
Never
had
got played.
his-
Taj never had to play hers.
Yeah.
So that's just like, they didn't come into play at all. Aside from the fact that, again, idols can be useful in bonding people together as well. And so that's kind of the reason how Steven, JT, and Taj kind of formed
Yeah.
their thing.
That's
So
the
it was
biggest
important in that way.
factor that the idols played this
You
season.
had that Taj and Brendan alliance,
True,
cross-tribal
the
alliance.
cross-tribal
Yeah, I was
thing
gonna
that come
say
from
I
Exile.
have that. Team Secret.
Yeah.
Team Secret.
Which is a great idea, even if it didn't pull off
Yeah.
that well.
Mhm.
Like,
They
that
tried.
was smart. And
And that-
especially, like, you're spending so much time away from camp. You want to
Mhm.
feel like you're using your time successfully.
Wisely, yeah.
Was it not Taj who sort of orchestrated that idea
was.
too?
Yeah.
Taj.
And that's something we didn't talk enough about Taj Outwit. She's probably, next to Steven and JT, the biggest player this season.
She's my favorite
Yeah.
player this season. She's
Oh.
great. She's
Yeah.
excellent.
Taj is amazing.
Taj rules.
Yeah.
Miss
those-
George.
Yeah, that shirt
Mrs.
Eddie George had on, the
Yeah.
Team Taj, I want that.
Yeah, just for so many reasons. Again, like, just casually being Eddie George's
Yeah,
life.
she was like, whatever, I'm married to Eddie George. It's cool.
No big deal. And
Who
then,
is he, anyways?
like, being best friends with the people who are, like, the most iconic people to come from this season. Like, they would not be as iconic without Taj.
And she's just
Taj makes
fantastic.
them to
She's
an
a
extent.
challenge beast.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's smart.
Mhm.
She's everybody liked her.
a
Right,
great
yeah.
story about
Yeah.
missing her children and,
Uh-huh.
like,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, everybody in that Survivor auction
Yeah.
gave her money. They were like, we
Yeah.
want you to see this video from your family.
she
or
bought it for
whatever was.
$20,
Yeah.
and people were, like, throwing money at her to,
Mhm.
like, go and do it. She
Yeah.
didn't even need
No
it.
hesitation. I remember, like, JT just immediately was like, here you go.
Yeah. So Taj is amazing.
Yeah, she's
Like,
my
let's,
favorite.
Let's not glaze over
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
Love her.
Even if the idol didn't come into play, still
Mhm.
cool. And the other thing I want to say is the challenges this season. Like, when you're watching Survivor, in my opinion, the challenges at a certain point just kind of start to blend together.
Mhm.
This one stands out.
There's a couple of really unique ones.
Yeah,
Some
we
goodies.
like the when it's pouring
The
rain.
pouring rain.
And it's
yeah.
like basketball,
Mhm.
like contact basketball. I
3
think
on
this is the
3.
first time we've seen it, right?
In the water.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure there's been things close to it.
There
but
was
nothing
like the
this.
tackle football in Micronesia, but
there
I
was
think this
that-
is the first.
What was that season where they did like the trampoline basketball?
Mm.
Oh, I can't remember.
It was early.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something they did a trampoline
Yeah,
basketball.
that
I
sounds
wanna do
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
It was-
Can we do that?
It wasn't like trampoline, but it was like net basketball.
Oh, okay,
You know-
gotcha.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, was it Africa?
I don't think so.
Anyway.
But it was
Are you
something
talking about when they
like
fling the things in
Africa.
there and they have to go catch it?
No, it was literally
Oh.
like they walked around on nets and they bopped around.
That does
Oh.
sound familiar.
It was
Yeah, and they're kind of like
a cultural
Oh,
challenge.
Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it wasn't basketball.
Yeah,
it was
because
that
Stephanie-
like Aztec sport
Yep.
that they played with
Ah.
severed heads.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number
Because
crunched.
Stephanie was crushing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look it up. Hey.
Yeah, we did it.
Hey.
Yeah,
Look at us.
Who would have thought?
that's a huge goat to gamebot moment. Look at the growth.
The
Wow.
audience couldn't see that I just pump
He
faked.
pump faked.
Pump fake the mic.
Who are you pump faking me?
The audience.
The
Out
goof
of
troop.
excitement.
Yeah.
They thought I couldn't do it.
You thought he didn't like Survivor.
Pump fake.
But yeah, no, and this is a challenge that, in my opinion, if it's in a season, it's a good season.
Wait, what if Andrew didn't like Survivor this whole time?
He's just going along.
I just
I've
like
been
hanging out with you
putting
guys.
on
Yeah.
I thought you guys were pretty cool. The show sucks.
I don't see
At
it,
this point.
but whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah. And again, I think this was the first ball droppy challenge. right?
Ball droppy.
Which is a favorite for Final 3, Final 4, that kind of thing.
And then when you talked about the coach one, but the balancing on the pegs thing is iconic. I don't know if this is the first time.
Yeah.
You see this one a lot, yeah.
And I can also, like, a lot of the things that I think of are, like, tossing the pigs through the challenge, right? And not breaking the pigs, getting the most.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember challenges because
pigs.
Tyson shit talks in them. Like, I remember when he was on, he was hanging onto the pole, and he was like, Aaron was like, I'm just looking out for your face. And he's like, true, it is my moneymaker. Or he said, don't boss me around, lady, or whatever.
Yeah, he's just chatting people up the whole time.
And when they did like the slingshot one where they had to do a challenge, and he beat JT, and he was like, I can come over there and do it for you if you want. Like, just the challenges were so dynamic. Even Coach falling out of that one challenge.
Yeah. Well, the fact that he
making
made
a big
it
deal.
second place after starving himself on Exile Island.
Yeah.
Like, that is impressive.
Yeah.
And an iconic moment as well. But, like, good for him.
Mm-hmm. And
I think that's worth mentioning.
I think that's why the whole debacle happened, is like, when you stay up that long, you can't just go down. You can't just step off. But, like, there are a moment where you've had enough.
Yeah.
I don't think Coach was ready to admit that he had enough. And so he's like, all right, let me play up this back thing. But still.
There was also that really cool spider challenge in the final episode where it was like the net. You had to crawl up the spider's legs, in quotes.
Yeah, it's
to
like
get
the
to like the
different-
other.
Oh, yeah. That was that looked expensive.
Yeah, and it just looked so cool.
Yeah, it was sick.
And in the most expensive challenge.
Honestly.
Yeah. Also, this shocked me. Not afraid of spiders. When the spiders came on screen,
Andrew.
yeah, it was like a tarantula, and I was like, oh, that's going to be the thing that he thinks is scary this episode.
Well, here's the thing. Something very important comes from getting bitten by a spider.
It's more you want to be Spider-Man.
I want to be Spider-Man so bad that I would, as a kid, just let spiders bite me. I'd be like, do it.
It outweighs
I want
the
it
scariness,
so
the
bad.
spookiness of spiders.
So bad.
Wait, is there something specifically this season you were really scared of? Do we know?
Yeah,
Let's
you have
take
I
a
feel like there's
rational
always
fear.
something.
I mean, we recently
Not
found
spiders.
out eels.
Yeah, the eel shot, which was for promotion for Samoa, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah.
even.
So it's not this season.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll get to why eels are so scary.
Eels
next
are
time.
scary. I think
Although-
we universally agree
Yeah,
on that one.
I don't think so. I think
All
it
right.
was pretty good this
Wow.
season.
yeah.
All right, how do you feel about commitment?
Ah!
Yeah, there it is.
Scared of commitment. There you go.
No, I could get down with a little commitment.
Ladies, you sing.
Yeah. All right. I think that's pretty good for the outplay, except for our challenge.
True. Did you want to talk about the blindsides that happened? Because there was like two pretty sick blindsides.
Yeah, we can
Lay
talk
it
about
on
that.
us.
Yeah.
Well, I thought
Jog my
the
memory.
Brendan one was cool. First of all, we didn't see that, or he didn't see that coming. But the
Yeah.
Tyson one,
Yeah,
was
Tyson
crazy.
blindside's great.
And because Sierra orchestrated it too, which is funny because it was coming off the heels of Tyson being like, "I don't think you're like a mastermind. I don't think you're smart enough for it."
Yeah.
Like as much as I love Tyson, he had that shit coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and
The
there's
hubris.
so much of
The
him.
hubris right
yeah,
there.
him being like, "Oh, I'm fine," right?
Right.
And like it kind of all comes together. It's just one of those beautiful karma episodes of Survivor. So I agree.
Yeah, like
Great.
this season had some, not
And
overall a lot of awesome gameplay, but there was like moments like that. But I wanted to bring that up specifically because one of my favorite quotes from Tyson this season is he says in episode 3, he's like, anytime there's a blind side, it's pretty awesome. I love seeing people cry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He got what was coming to him.
absolutely.
The hubris.
Setting it up. And I will say
Icarus.
also the blind side that caught me the most off guard, even as somebody who's seen this season before, I forgot how exactly it went down. Taj,
Yeah.
the Final Four.
That's right.
yeah.
I was pretty sure that Jalapao 3 went all the way
I
to
was
3.
as well, yeah.
And
But,
that's
I mean, bring Aaron.
yeah. No, that's the correct
They made
move.
the right
Yeah.
move,
Yeah.
yeah, because Taj is a beast.
And Taj
She
was
wouldn't
your
probably
winner
beat
pick.
either of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Taj
Even
was fantastic. I thought she
entering
was
the
doing
finale.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, merge to finale. That's who you thought was going to win, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
She was really running the game.
I love her.
Yeah, and but that was a great move to take her out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Lots of
had to do
play.
it. The other thing again is just the basic setup of like coming into a merge with 4 people, 1 getting medevac, you're down to 3. overcoming 6-3 numbers and being like 3 of the 4 final 4. That's crazy. That's like beautiful.
And that doesn't happen again for
I'm not sure.
It's coming up soon. There's
years.
another like crazy.
Yeah.
It's rare when you see that.
Yeah.
A tribe with so little coming to turn it around.
Yeah, no,
but you love to see it.
Yeah,
you love to
absolutely. And that's I'm kind of under the impression that like if you go into the merge, if you're in smaller numbers and those numbers are tighter, that's a better thing than being in a dysfunctional majority.
Because you stay tight.
Yeah, you would rather be in a tight group than a dysfunctional majority.
Yeah.
So
Thailand's the only time a dysfunctional majority has ever worked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a dysfunctional season.
And I have no idea why. Those people hated each other.
Somehow.
Crazy. All right, let's get into our challenge, if that's all right. Andrew did it today. Yeah. So you get 3 fire tokens for putting that together. You're up to 20.
Is there any chance we talk about big monkeys in this?
There is most likely 0 chance, but I don't know. Oh, no, there is.
Big monkey?
I'll give it a 10% chance we talk about a big monkey.
Okay, 10%
always
chance
finds
of
a
big
way.
monkey. Let's go.
Big
All right.
monkey
So what?
always finds a way.
Yeah, what is this challenge?
So this challenge is film's greatest coaches. That's what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
because
honor
Coach
of-
played.
Our coach.
This is really the coach app. We're
Uh-huh.
talking all about
We're
coach.
talking all coach. So I am simply going to give you the actor's name. You will then tell me for 1 fire token the movie they were in. And then if you would like an additional fire token, tell me the coach's name.
How many?
We got 10.
Okay. So 10 to 20 fire tokens.
Yeah, you win 10 to 20 fire tokens.
All right. Let's inflate this economy. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Maximum profit.
Number 1. This one's pretty easy.
Okay.
Henry Winkler,
Oh, Waterboy.
the water boy.
Okay, so he gets it, right?
Is it first
that
one to
how it
answer?
works?
Oh, yeah, I guess we
I
can-
think it
No, we
probably
do,
should
yeah.
be.
First one to answer?
Yeah, right? Like,
Yeah, or I could just wait. I was very excited.
I'm sorry.
I was eager. This is my first challenge.
okay. Well, now
It's
let's
up to
do
you.
first to answer.
Yeah.
Because there's a little
answer.
extra.
It's like a
thing
race.
there. Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
all right.
But you
First
can
to
still
answer.
participate
I
in the
didn't
name.
know that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen the water boy.
Perfect.
It's
so-
excellent. Water soaks.
The name I should know, especially because I watched this very recently. I don't remember the name.
He doesn't remember. It's Coach Klein.
Coach Klein, yeah.
Okay.
Next up, we have Tom Hanks.
Girls don't play baseball.
League of Their Own.
God damn it! I know you wouldn't count that. I gave you the answer on a silver platter.
The girls who play baseball.
You know, girls don't play, or there's no crying in baseball.
No crying in baseball.
Girls don't play baseball. You know that iconic line?
God damn it. Okay. I gotta get my head in this game.
Do you know his name?
Coach Hanks?
I'm sorry, Coach Jimmy Dugan.
Yeah. I should know that because that's a real person. This is based on a true story.
Next up, we have Rip Thorne.
That's an actor?
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Rip Thorne is?
I probably do if you showed me a picture.
Yeah, you'll know too when I tell you the character.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, can we get a hint?
It's a comedy.
Oh, it's a comedy sports movie. Is it?
All right, the time is up.
Yeah.
Rip Thorne played Patches O'Houlihan.
Oh, shit,
in
yes.
Dodgeball.
God damn it.
You can dodge a wrench.
Patches.
You can dodge a ball. Next up,
We should watch Dodgeball.
We should watch
Yeah,
Dodgeball.
yeah, yeah.
I love Dodgeball.
Great movie.
Next up, we have Will Ferrell.
Coach?
Southbound.
Semi-pro?
So I will take semi-pro. I was looking for Phil Weston from Kicking and Screaming.
Oh.
But I will take semi-pro.
Okay.
I don't know if
because
he's...
technically
Is he the coach in that?
he's the girls'
He's-
soccer coach.
In semi-pro?
Oh, yeah, because semi-pro. No, not in semi-pro. Kicking and Screaming, he's the soccer coach. Semi-pro is the basketball one.
He's a player. He's not a coach.
He's a player, but when I looked it up, it said
he was a coach.
So
Okay.
I
think
I'll
he is like
accept
a
it.
player coach. in
I'll
that.
accept it.
But the character in that I used to know.
I don't have his name, so.
I used to like it's a fucking stupid name too. I'll number crunch it really quick.
Next up, we have Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh my God.
Is this the Avengers? Nick Fury is technically a coach,
He's
right?
technically their coach.
Yeah.
No, it is
2
not.
points.
Oh, Coach Carter.
Coach Carter.
And his name is Coach
His
Carter.
name is
God
Coach
damn it.
Ken Carter.
Bitch. I saw that movie in theaters. So
Yeah,
I was like, I know this.
Yeah, I was like, this one's pretty easy.
Let's go.
Next up, we have John Candy.
Oof. Oh God. I've seen this movie too, and I cannot remember what it's called.
No idea.
No
This is
idea.
not my challenge.
Yeah, this one's.
I don't watch sports movies. I'm realizing.
I don't know.
As Coach Irv Blitzer in Cool Runnings.
Oh, Cool Runnings. Fuck. I should have at least gotten
Yeah.
Cool Runnings. God
By the
damn
way,
it.
Will Ferrell's name in Semi-Pro is Jackie Moon.
Jackie Moon, yeah.
Sorry, John Candy. R.I.P. I should have
yeah.
known that.
Mm.
Cool Runnings, we should also watch. It's
Yeah,
like a-
cool.
Yeah.
I've seen Cool Runnings
Iconic.
recently.
Nice.
Next up is Matthew McConaughey. All right.
Oh, Marshall. Right? Is he?
Can you swoop in with the name of the movie?
We Are Marshall.
We Are Marshall.
God damn.
Sorry.
No.
This
The
is kind of
answer's
stacked
no.
against Jack right
Yeah,
now.
Yeah,
I was gonna
because
say
I
the
love
rich
sports
get
movies.
fucking
The rich get
richer
richer.
always.
Okay.
We might get a couple of the last three.
I would like, no matter how this plays out, I would like to split my earnings with Jack.
No, it's okay. I don't want your pity.
It's not so much pity as much as I feel like I don't know what to do with all these fire
I don't know what
titles.
to do with
Okay,
them.
well,
I'm running
let's
out.
finish
Let's
the challenge
finish
and
this
then we'll
out.
talk
See what you
fire
get.
titles.
See what you
Okay,
get.
okay.
See what you get. You have the name of Coach Matthew McConaughey in We Are Marshall?
Nope.
It's Jack Langell.
Jack
I think.
Langell.
Yeah, whatever.
I should have known that. I know all Jacks.
Yeah, that's true. Next up, we have Emilio Estevez.
Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, there we go. Jack.
I don't know the name of the coach, though. Yeah.
Coach Gordon Bombay.
Do we know the state in which these movies are based, though?
I'm gonna assume it's
Minnesota?
It's fucking Minnesota. There's another
Just
one coming
based
out on
off
Disney
that.
Plus. Have you
Yeah.
guys seen this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They're a Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
And I would like to watch it.
We are brought to you by Mighty Ducks Game Changers, coming soon to Disney Plus.
I would love
Survivor
some
Game
Mighty Ducks
Changers.
merch.
Mhm.
That'd be sick.
All right, so Jack, you got the Emilio Estevez. I knew he would.
Oh, yeah.
I knew he would.
Yes, sir.
Next up, we have Carl Weathers.
Rocky?
I will take.
Would you count Apollo Creed?
I will take Rocky. Not what I was looking for.
But not Rocky. It would be Rocky 2
yeah,
and 3, right?
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you 2 for that because you gave me Apollo Creed.
Okay.
I'll give you that. But I'll give you more if you can give me what I was looking for.
What's
Happy
sport?
Gilmore?
Happy
Yeah, I was
Gilmore.
gonna say. It's all in the hips.
There we go.
So
I told
what
you
is
to get
that,
these
3?
up. Yeah.
3 and 1?
Yeah. It'll be 4 if you can give me his character name.
No.
Chubbs Peterson.
Oh, I knew it.
Sorry.
Why does he? I thought
It's
that
the
was.
person who answers.
Oh no, I thought it was open ended.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Well, clearly you don't know how to host a challenge. Okay.
This would be
You
my
gotta-
first time.
Yeah.
You gotta have your rules set in stone, my friend.
Last but not least, we have Craig T. Nelson.
I don't know who that is.
He plays Mr. Incredible in The Incredibles.
The animated film, The Incredibles.
Yes.
Okay, that helps.
Not The Blind Side,
Thanks.
is it?
It is not The Blind Side.
Seems like some shit he'd be in.
It is, I would say, his most famous role.
What sport?
Football.
Does it Remember the Titans?
It is not. I will even give you one more thing. It is a television show.
Oh, is it Blue Mountain State?
Oh, I'm sorry, it is not Blue Mountain
Friday Night
State.
Lights?
I'm sorry, no. Craig T.
is
Nelson
it?
played Coach Hayden Fox in the TV show that ran for 9 very successful seasons. Coach.
It's just called Coach?
It's called Coach.
Well, again, only TV Coach I know is from New Girl, so.
True, I was gonna do Coach. I was gonna do, what's his name?
Oh,
Which
that's
Wayne's is
Craig
that?
T. Nelson.
Damian Wayans Jr., right?
I don't remember. I think so.
Right?
Craig T. Nelson kind of looks like Mr. Incredible.
Yeah?
Yeah, they share similarities. Thinning hair, mostly.
Craig T. Nelson of Parenthood fame.
He's 6'4".
He's a tall dude.
Ladies. And an Aries.
All right, so with that, we both came out somehow with the same amount of fire tokens.
See?
Well, I don't want to split them with you anymore.
Yeah.
'Cause you made me feel bad.
We both got 4. I'm up to 17. and you were up to 46.
Nice.
And the thing I was gonna say about fire tokens, when it comes to 20, I'm doing a little bit of like a revamp, like
Redistribution?
yeah, we'll come up with a new menu that makes a little bit more sense, is a little bit more memorable, and I'm gonna start doing some wealth redistribution, I think.
Ooh.
Just to make sure. Honestly, what it comes down to, I'm gonna start nickel and diming you guys.
Let's go.
Where, if you want to smoke weed for an episode, you're gonna have to pay fire tokens for that. If you want, you know what I mean? I'm gonna start like switching things up a little bit. We're ramping up to this thing.
All right.
Actually, I'd like to spend some fire tokens right now.
I was gonna
Let's
say,
do
now's
it.
the spending them if you got them. We got 46.
I would like 46 compliments right now.
All right.
Really?
Let's do this.
All the
Spend all my money.
Sir,
yeah.
I like that shirt. That is a great shirt you got on right
And
now.
no one can see this shirt.
It's a nice tie-dye. We'll take a picture and post it on social
Okay.
media. It's a nice tie-dye green and pink.
Joshua Tree.
It's
Did you
a
tie dye
green
this
and
yourself?
pink. No, my friends at Broke Down. There's another
Shouts
part
out.
of their name.
There we go. There we go.
They're tie-dye
Manufacturing.
guys. Yeah, manufacturing.
Mm-hmm.
So
They did it for me for free because they're my friends.
your beard looking great.
Thank you. I'm
Lately.
growing it out.
You should. I think it looks fantastic.
Okay.
else
Also,
we
isn't
got?
Jack supposed to be giving the
Oh
compliments?
yeah, I should also be
At
giving.
46.
Yeah.
Let's just start
It's
spitting
just-
I would
fire
like
at
to
him.
clarify this was a bit, though I will spend the 2 fire tokens
Two?
on those
Okay,
two
well, I'm gonna get
compliments.
2 as
and
well.
I want 2 from Jack as
Yeah.
well.
Okay. Your haircut, very very good.
Thanks.
I have
Damn.
really fucked with
Thanks,
it.
man.
It looks really nice. It looks sharp.
I agree, and now it's been like 2 weeks since I had it. It's like growing out a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's doing its thing.
I agree. I'm feeling myself these days.
Yeah.
You should
I
be.
am.
And feeling yourself wise, I've noticed a very big change in your attitude.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like you're.
I started
you're-
antidepressants.
Yeah.
Hey!
Well,
Even though they haven't kicked in at all, I like to think that's part of it.
yeah, it's the placebo,
Yeah.
but also just outlook on life and everything.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
This
We're
guy.
coming to the end of this pandemic, and I feel like we're all shining bright.
We've all learned some stuff
Yeah.
and realized some things.
Yeah, absolutely. We've grown as people.
Mhm.
Look at
Yeah.
this podcast. Look at our
Hey.
the Goof Troop.
Look at us.
Who would have thought? Wait, so I won 4 that challenge and just spent them
Yeah,
all?
you spent both of
I'm
them.
fine with that. Maybe that's what I should just
They
do.
get
from now on.
they're wired transferred into our accounts. You're
Okay.
up to 22, Andrew. I'm
Let's
up to
go.
19,
Oh, I
and you're
love
down
that.
to 42.
So it's not
Tack.
just like a free compliment.
No,
you guys
it's
get
a
something in
transfer.
return.
Yeah,
I love that.
And we'll start doing more stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like
That's fair. I
We'll,
like that.
We'll revamp the system, make it work for us a little better.
How much for a crisp handshake?
Crisp handshake.
Well, now that COVID's around, it's
Yeah,
gonna be more expensive.
$15.
Yeah, it's
15
significant.
straight dollars. It's not even.
Not even fire tokens.
Fire
It's
token.
money.
All right, we are going to take another break. Wrap up our outplay section here. When we come back, we'll do Outlast. We'll do our Walk of Shame, winner loser review, Babe Hunk debates, and then we'll wrap it up with our season reviews.
Get the heck out of here.
All right.
Yeah, stay tuned.
This season brought to you by Sprint. I'm running real fast. I'm running real fast. Yeah. Fellas?
So
Welcome back.
this
So-
season is brought to you by the sport of sprinting, not
Yeah.
the mobile company.
Not the mobile company in which they used to have Taj call Eddie, George. No,
Yeah.
by sprinting.
by the act
Literal
of sprinting.
sprinting.
Yes.
Yeah. Jumping is next season.
Yes.
Brought to you by Jumping.
And in case anyone's wondering why Zach, me, from Survivor,
Yeah.
From Go
from
to
Go to
Game
Game Bots, just read the ad is because I spent 3 more fire tokens to buy an ad because I am feeling guilty about the amount of fire tokens I have.
This
He's
man
trying to spend it
spends
while he has it.
no fire tokens for 18 episodes and then spends
so bad.
all of
7.
them in one.
Why not, right?
Yeah. So you're now down to 39. Again, reminder, you guys can buy ad reads at any time. And I suggest you, because sometimes I don't have that much. I'm
Sometimes
just
I'm
kind of
not.
pulling them out of my ass, just like the Charmin
Yeah.
Bears.
Hey, full
yeah,
circle.
right?
When we were
Full
when we were
light.
watching the reunion, I thought of that joke, and I was like,
That's pretty good.
Brought to you
"Is
by
this
Sprint.
worth
That was a
it?"
good one. In my opinion, worth 3 fire tokens.
Yeah, worth
So-
every penny.
Feel
I'm glad
free.
you guys liked it.
Yeah, and again, you guys can write your own intros for 5,
Oh, true.
which is a
true.
big thing. So feel free if you
Thinking
ever,
about it.
and you can, get away with a free compliment in there. You know what I mean?
True.
So, anyway,
love
welcome
that.
back. We are now in the Outlast section of Survivor Token Sheens. And to get this kicked off, I'm going to do another Walk of Shame.
Our favorite.
Yeah, our favorite segment. So, without you got our names ready?
I do.
Got all our people. All right. Without further ado, let's jump in. Get to the Walk of Shame.
All right. That's right, baby. Walking in the fucking Walk of Shame. All right. First voted out on day 3, Carolina Eastwood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Still somehow not the cringiest thing she's going to contribute.
Mm-hmm. To be continued.
Yeah.
Second voted out on day 7, Candace Smith.
I don't know why they got rid of Candace. She seemed, again, challenge performance on point.
Yeah. What?
Coach just being
Goodbye.
a little bitch, yeah.
Right. I don't remember enough about the
Yeah.
early episodes of seasons to remember these people anyways. But this person I do remember voted out third on day 9, Jerry Sims.
Jerry.
I love Jerry.
Love him.
Fucking
Yeah.
dope dude.
When he laughed and said, I'm miserable, I
Yeah.
related.
I get that.
Smile that could light up a room.
Yeah. Sorry about your
Alright.
stomach.
Fourth voted out on day 12 out of Louisville, Kentucky, Sandy Jalapeno Bergen.
The rightful winner.
Yeah. I hope you found out what a pace was.
I'm pissed.
I'm pissed.
Great.
Fifth voted out on day 15, the youngest person at this point to ever play Survivor, Spencer Dumb.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah. Out here breaking records.
Yeah. Way to be young.
Good job. I couldn't think of anything. Sixth voted out on day 18, Sydney Wheeler.
Hottie.
Yeah.
She was a model.
Oh yeah, Sydney. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the reunion, she was
Jawline,
like,
you
"I've
could
got
fucking-
no job."
I've got no jobs, but I don't have any bug scars.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. They even out.
Evacuated on day 20, first out after the merge, Joe Dowdle?
Not only does Joe have the same name as the main character from the TV show You, but he kind of reminds me of him.
Yeah? You think he could murder someone?
I think so. Well,
He's
not
got
only
murderer
murder, but
vibes.
hold them in a weird glass box
Yeah.
that's meant for books.
Agreed. Seventh voted out, first jury member, day 24, Brendan Sinat.
The dragon.
Yeah. True.
The dragon.
I'm not sure he earned that title.
No, he was not worthy
Yeah.
of it. But then again, the Dragon Slayer is coach.
Yeah.
So
Of course.
Yeah, to each their own.
Little dummy.
Eighth voted out, second jury member on day 27, the iconic Tyson Apostle.
can't wait for more.
Yeah. Beautiful this season.
Pickleball boy.
In his rawest form.
Hold on, gotta let the cat out.
V-neck so deep.
See ya.
Get out.
Get out.
You want it out.
Get the
now
fuck
go.
out.
Go. Scram.
He does not want to leave. All right. Ninth voted out, third jury member, day 30, Sierra Reed.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah, wasn't a big fan.
Blonde.
Came around to me towards the end.
Yeah. Another blonde model.
Yeah. 10th voted out, fourth jury member of day 33, Debbie.
I'd hate to get sent to her principal office.
Yeah. I would too.
I didn't ask for these kind of fries. Send them back. Send them back. Let me speak to your manager. All right. 11th voted out, fifth jury member of day 36, Coach Wade.
Set out to change the game, and I think he did.
Not surprisingly, the star.
Yeah. Rest easy, Dragon Slayer.
Rest easy.
Unbreakable, unbendable, unyielding, immeasurable. All right, moving on. 12th voted out, 6th jury member, day 37, Taj Johnson George.
The true rightful winner. of
Honestly.
this season.
Yeah, player of the
Ran
season.
this shit from the beginning.
Yes.
Real player of the
Should have
season.
won fan favorite.
Oh, absolutely should have.
And
doubt.
nice consolation prize, married to Eddie George.
Yeah.
So
More like Eddie George is married to Taj.
that's true. Yeah. Who's you don't know.
Yeah.
Who's the better one?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
All right, and last but not least on our walk of shame, 13th voted out, final jury member on day 38, Aaron 2N Lodell.
Man.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. Unfortunate second N in your name. We were never gonna like you.
Yeah, you were
did
doomed
okay.
from the start.
Yeah, you did okay, but no thanks.
Under the radar game. Yeah. All right.
Ta-ta.
That was our walk of shame.
I'm feeling some shame right now, let me tell you. I gotta change my clothes. Take a shower. Dirty all over.
Get all cleaned up.
All things considered, a pretty solid cast all around. Even the ones that like are kind of whatever. Like there's obvious some ones that we can't remember.
There's really only like Sydney, Carolina, and Candace. I don't really remember, but everyone else.
Everyone else is notable.
Yeah,
Did at least something for me.
And again, a lot of people that we're gonna see back, and that are very like, if you're looking to watch a season, to understand a majority of the returner seasons, this is, aside from Cook Islands, this is like one of the first ones I'd have you watch. It's very informative of the rest of Survivor. So yeah, great season.
Yeah,
great casting. Let's do a winner/loser review. And I mean, honestly, a review of the both of them together. Yeah, because Steven and JT are one of the top bromances of all time.
Would you guys agree there's not one without the other?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that they make each other.
Yeah. Well, that's
in this season.
That's a great segue to the notes I have for why JT got here and won even. One of the big things was when he found Taj's idol. Taj and Steven were like, "Well, we got let's bring him in and like tell him about it."
Yeah.
Right, because Taj told Steven and Steven told Taj like, "Oh, you should tell him." Right, so that really bonded JT and Steven. And without that, who knows how far JT gets? As well as this is not related so much to Steven, but when Joe went out first at the merge, it seemed like the talk before they found out he was evacuated was JT was probably going to be the vote. You know, he seems like a big threat. And he caught a break. And, you know, so he had some luck. And Steven played a big factor in his luck.
Luck is definitely a huge part of Survivor. Or just the element of, like, you can control your own actions, but you can't control how other people are going to play the game. And you do have to catch some lucky breaks.
I will say JT was, like, very subtly in a bunch of alliances. Not even really, like, firm alliances, but just like people being like, this JT guy fucks, he's so cool.
Yeah, Coach told him everything because he respected him as a warrior. And
even said it in the reunion that in turn they then learned everything Tyson was doing, because Tyson would tell Coach and then Coach would tell JT. So it's just like he knew everything that was going on.
Yeah.
Just because he was so nice.
And I do think that the jury didn't give Steven enough credit.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's, like, admittedly, the way this goes in Steven's favor, the thing that he needed to do was win the final three, take out JT, and then, in my opinion, he wins the season.
Yeah, he's probably going to beat Taj.
But...
sorry, Aaron.
Yeah. I think that this is also maybe some bias of knowing how all the other seasons go. But I think that, Steven is much more instrumental to JT's win than, like, you know. I think
Steven didn't get to where he was because of JT, but JT got to where he was because of Steven.
100%.
Yeah.
I think Steven could exist on a season and do better without JT than the other way around, personally.
Yeah, and though Steven got no votes, I would say that this is one of the most, like, powerful final twos that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Especially
They're
up
both
to this
great,
point. Yeah.
And iconic. Like, this
right?
is, like, when you're thinking about Survivor and all of its legacy, like, this is a big one.
Yeah, if JT doesn't win those last three, like, immunities and doesn't have as much of a resume, I think Fishback would have fared a bit better in that final tribal.
Yeah.
I think he definitely had a resume to win, or at least get more than 0 votes.
Yeah. And like he said, he also pointed out, he was like, Debbie's question to JT was basically, JT, is it true you're the best person alive? Stuff like, which is true. Like, sometimes the jury just makes their mind up beforehand who they're going to vote for.
Yeah.
And I think, like... Steven was expected to lay down and take it, and then he did show a little bit of tenacity.
Yeah.
And then JT played up the victim, and so it just kind of fed into the preconception that was already there.
That's the exclamation point, too, on JT's game, I think, at Final Tribal, when he, like, kind of gets defensive and sad about, like, learning that Steven wouldn't have taken him. Because he says at the reading, he's like, and I get it, like, I was definitely playing it up. So, like, that, I think, that's where the sweep came from. Like, JT just played perfectly from start to finish.
Yeah. But also as somebody, again, who I feel like there was a lot of similarities between the game I played, Online Survivor, and the game that JT played. And I know I'm a very, like, heart on my sleeve kind of guy in a way that I think JT is, that, like, endears him to people. And if I didn't have my anchor, the person who was playing the game more logically, I would have been all over the fucking place. I would have fallen for everything. I wouldn't have been able to navigate my way to the end without the person in my corner that was like, logically, this is how we move forward.
Yeah.
Like, let's take the shot at Debbie now. Let's take Taj out now.
Right.
Like, those kind of things. But I think JT was smart in the way of, like, when they voted out Coach, he didn't vote for Coach. He knew he was going home regardless. So he used it to curb favor
especially with
in the
someone
jury.
like Coach,
Yeah.
who would be like, "You voted for me. I'm not gonna give you $1 million."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Like, JT knew his strength and he played to it the whole time. And I think that I feel personally, like, maybe it's because I already knew, but I feel like it was kind of obvious that JT was going to win at a certain point because it's just like everybody was on his dick the whole time.
Yeah, he was the whole time. Everyone's just like, "This guy's so great."
But in that
Everything
way,
he touches turns into gold.
yeah, like with him and Steven in the same corner, and then Taj additionally on top of that being in the Jalapao 3, like there was no way one of the three of them wasn't going to win this game.
Yeah, it was destined.
One of them was going to play an extremely dominant game to get to the end, and I feel like JT and Steven both did.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of their game together, even if JT got all the credit for it. So yeah.
And we also get to see them both come back because they both warranted the type of games that deserved returning. JT comes back 2 more times, and we get Fish once more.
Yeah.
And all those, 2 of those of the 3 seasons are excellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 of the best seasons ever.
Excellent,
Yeah.
he says,
And
folks.
one of them not so much.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And then we get Coach back another 2 times,
That's right,
and Tyson back another 3. So
Hell
it's gonna be awesome. Lots to look forward to. Astrology corner wise, do we have anything on either Steven or JT? If not, no.
Prepare,
Okay, no worries.
Which is fine because I think we've already covered these signs. Except we have not done JT's. We might have. We probably did. Anyways, JT is a Cancer,
Okay.
so we know all water sign.
Pandering to emotions, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of his whole thing.
Cancers. This is not a negative thing, but sort of like Geminis are very good at like manipulating and sort of like very keen at understanding people's like emotions and kind of how they tick. So I think a lot of that was taken into account for JT.
I want to get better at this astrology stuff.
Yeah.
because
Let me help you out.
I don't know any of it.
Yeah, from Go to GameBot.
Cancer is the crab.
Yes. The crab.
Got it.
Cancer.
Stasia's a crab.
Yeah, she's a crab.
All right,
She's a June Cancer too.
got it.
So
When
it's-
does Cancer start and what's its in and out point?
It's like I always forget the exact days, but it's like June 21st to like July 21st.
Got it.
So
got
it's
it,
right after
got it.
Gemini. So there's a little crossover there. But then Steven, we've got an Aquarius.
Oh,
My favorites.
interesting.
Love every Aquarius. Every single one. I would never talk shit about them.
Aquarius is not a fish.
Not a
No.
fish.
See,
it's
that's
the water
confusing.
bearer, but
It's-
it's an air sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
See, that's
That's where it gets tricky.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you lose me.
Well, hey, just because you are the bearer of water doesn't make you yourself a water.
I don't know.
Also, there is air in water. It's H2O.
Yeah,
The O is oxygen.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're best
Anyway.
of both worlds.
Anyway, yeah. No, I hear you.
I think for this astrology corner, if you really want details on the Cancer and Aquarius, go look it up yourself.
Do it.
Look it up yourselves.
Yeah, come on.
What do we
can't
look
hand
like?
you all the answers. All right. So that's going to be it for our Outlast section. Let's get into our Babe Hunk debates.
Time to get dirty. Ready to get to today's challenge?
Hey. All right. So let's kick it off with the Babes this season. Where do we start? Because we got two.
Taj.
Yeah, Taj. But I think. Okay, let's.
Well, we can discuss it for a second because I know you guys will rebut this, but I think Sierra is fine as hell.
And see, of the 2 blonde models this season, Sydney and Sierra, I think Sydney is the
I
more
would
attractive
go
one,
Sydney.
personally.
Yeah.
But I will say, Sierra, she's very pretty,
Mm-hmm.
first of all. She played some very good moves. Some were a little iffy. But towards the end there, like I've been saying,
Yeah.
she really kicked it into gear. I mean, she got Tyson out. We talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
She played a good game.
Yeah.
I'll give it to her.
Play a good game. Also, I mean, just purely based on looks for me, she's very much my type.
Yeah.
She's also a Libra. You know, I love my air signs. So
His
Gotcha.
Aquariuses.
Yeah.
Aquarius is Libras. If you have any of those 2 signs in your chart, I'm all about it.
Sandy this season. Also.
Oh,
Sandy.
Never forget.
also blonde.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Right up your alley. But I agree with you guys. It's Taj.
It's got to be
Taj.
Taj.
Taj
One-
is incredibly attractive.
She's the greatest. She's the best player out there, I think.
Yeah.
Crushing it.
Smart,
Beautiful.
very challenge competent. Like that one where she was like holding all the weight on her shoulders.
Oh,
like, yeah.
Well, she works out. You could tell.
Absolutely.
It's got, like the V. She's a woman, but she's got the dick gutter.
and former pop star.
Former pop star.
So yeah.
What's not hot about
No,
that?
absolutely, it's Taj.
Yeah. This is embarrassing.
Soundboard.
Travis spoken.
We love you, God!
We love you, God.
God damn it.
That was a funny mix-up too.
Dude, love you, God. If somebody is like so attractive, Jesus Christ, I love you, God. I love you, God.
Thank you, God, for blessing me with this fine piece of air.
Yeah. All right. So Taj is our babe pick for the season. How about hunks?
Oh, there's a lot of hunks.
We got first things first. King of the V-neck.
Tyson.
Yeah. We got
Hunky
him
booster.
naked this season.
Yeah, we got Unga
Yeah, the
Tyson.
Oonga Boonga Tyson carrying the water jug naked.
You can make a case for Coach.
You could. I wouldn't, but you could.
There is a case.
If you're into like long hair and weird dudes.
And a weird dude.
that are also coaches.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
His wife, who slays the dragon.
Yeah, and that quick, true, she was snapped back at Jeff. She was like, no, I slay the dragon. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
Good for
very
her.
good.
She's in the bedroom just like, fist him.
Here's the real question, right? Because JT, I think, is maybe one of the more obvious choices, right? Played a great game, kind of attractive. But if you remember way back in Thailand, we gave the babe to Cece Costigan, Brian's wife.
Yes.
Does Eddie George
Does Eddie
enter the
George count?
conversation for the hunks this season?
You could.
If there weren't any suitable candidates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because there are some JTs and some Tysons, we got a discount.
I have
Eddie
to
George
say,
here.
my vote is for Fishback.
Whoa.
It may not
Yeah.
be your garden variety hunk, but he contains a lot of attributes that I find very attractive.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Like being a giant nerd.
Yeah, he's probably got the chat. He's got the bands.
He got a better.
He's a corporate consultant, so he makes a lot of money. Cha-ching, baby. All
Cha-ching.
right.
Oh,
He's
you-
very intellectual and very intelligent.
Giant
Yeah.
nerd.
Giant nerd, yes. And also just like he's a game bot. He's a game
That's
bot through
true.
and through.
Through and through.
And what's not to like about a guy in glasses? Okay.
So what I think
right,
the-
Andrew? Wait, I'm gonna put my glasses on. Am I right, Andrew?
Ugh, you are right.
See,
What's up, 2020?
yeah.
Your excuse, good eyesight, man.
Okay, two eyes.
To,
I think the real question is, right, what do you value? Because, JT is just a farmhand, right? Like good old country boy, maybe a little bit sweet on the eyes or emotions.
That's right.
But again, like it's kind of what kind of life are you trying to live? Like we got the New York City consultant and we got the like Alabama cattle farmer.
Right.
So it's which way do you lean there? Personally, I lean JT.
I also lean JT.
Okay.
that's fine.
You did put in a good
you
debate
did.
for you almost got.
Yeah, he's an Aquarius too. Though.
There
I
it
didn't
is.
mention that.
That's
but
true.
I don't remember. Did we tell you that Fishback and Courtney from China dated for a little bit?
Yeah.
Did you know that? Courtney
Courtney
kind of
Yates.
skinny blonde one from China. She was like
Second
really tight
place.
with Todd.
I thought I was the complainer.
Let me get back to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
what I'm
that's
trying
crazy.
to say, yeah, Steven's got game.
Yeah, he
pulls.
does have game.
He
In order to get
pulls.
with Courtney, for sure. But I'm gonna stop beating around the bush and go ahead and give it to JT.
Yeah,
although
well-
Steven
Oh,
did
yeah,
give a good
okay.
Yeah.
fight there.
The tribe has spoken.
JT.
I love you, God. Yeah, he's got game.
That's who I thought this was. Kind of reminds me of Sierra.
Okay.
Yeah, my
I can
type.
see that. Yeah. If Sierra and Tyson had a baby, it'd be Courtney.
Yeah.
The personality of Tyson mixed with Courtney's looks.
Tyson, I
Or-
don't know
or
how
pardon
he'd
me,
feel about
Sierra.
even the concept of him and Sierra having a baby.
Oh, that would
I don't
be-
think he would like. I don't
yeah.
think Sierra would like that either.
That's just a terrible situation. That child is growing up incredibly messed up.
All right. So
Um,
confirmed hunk of the season, Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah, exactly. And do we have any more fun crunches before we jump into our season reviews?
The only fun crunch that I have, other than the black buff thing that
Yeah.
I did earlier, and this will be more for you and me and our big Survivor fans out there because it is from a season you have not seen yet.
I'll cover my ears.
But it's not really a spoiler.
Yeah.
But Abby Maria
Yeah.
from Survivor Philippines was originally recruited for this season,
Oh.
but she was cut because they thought she might have an advantage because she's Brazilian.
Yeah, she is.
And she's from Gomez maybe, which is right next to,
The Tocantins?
yeah. Oh wait, I read they're just saying her last name Gomez is original. I fucking hate myself. She's from Goiás, which is
Okay.
right next to Tocantins.
Oh,
Her last
interesting.
name's Gomez.
That is very interesting. And also to think about, we've got two people this season, Coach and Tyson, that come back in Heroes vs. Villains as villains. To see Abby Maria in Heroes vs. Villains.
She could have been.
That's what could have
She
been.
would have been, yeah.
That's
She's
'cause
awful.
Yeah, she is a villain.
I love
She's
it.
a little bit better in her second season, but the first one is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, definitely. That would change everything. Yeah, I don't even know if that'd make Heroes vs. Villains better or worse. It would just make it more interesting.
How do you make that season better is the real question.
That's
It's a good season.
That's true. You can't beat it. All right. So that was a fun crunch. Let's jump into our season reviews. And Andrew, with your coconut system, you get to go first.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't write anything down, so we're going to go with a 3.25 coconuts out of
4?
5 coconuts.
Out of 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it 4 or 5 that you do?
I do 5.
It's 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it was originally 4. I upped it to 5. Yeah, I like it. It's a good season. It's a good cast.
Yeah.
Tribal Council kind of sucks. So
So just not doing much for you aesthetically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say those like coach montages though were
Yeah.
so funny.
And as a challenge boy, I figured
Some
you'd
good challenges.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So a good 3.25.
Nice. Okay. Zach, on your pitchfork scale, what you got?
I didn't look up albums in time, but I do know one off the top of my head, which I think I already said. But I'm giving this season a 9.2,
Nice.
which is Reflector by Arcade Fire, one of my favorite albums.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
9.2, so it's up there. I think we talked about on our 20th episode Bonanza special crazy whatever thing we're doing. We're going to probably restructure our ratings a little bit. I can see this
Yeah.
ending up top 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but as of right now, I think it's 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I have a 96%.
Whoa.
Just certified mash, baby.
Certified Mash, baby.
Son.
Do you have movies at 96%
sure
on
do.
Rotten Tomatoes? What we got?
have Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
The good part.
A good one, I agree.
They're both good.
Back to the Future, the first
The
one.
first one.
Which I think is more of a 97, 98. That movie's excellent.
Yeah. Although Back to the Future 2 is, I think, objectively
Yeah,
the
that's
better
the
movie.
best one.
Yeah.
We have...
Much like Spy Kids 2.
Yeah. The second movie's Dark Knight, really.
Yeah.
you get a second movie.
Cheaper by the
Godfather
dozen
Part
too.
Frozen 2.
We have Goldfinger, the
Oh.
James Bond movie.
Nice.
Classic.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Yes.
Again, the
Another-
second one, a
yep.
great one.
And one final movie that should be a 0% in my mind. It is James and the Giant Peach.
Oh, what a great movie.
Yeah,
we
it is a
love
great
claymation.
movie. Come on.
And Ghost
That's
of
your
Game
fear
Box.
for the episode.
Oh my! I hate.
James and the Giant Peach.
I cannot stress this. I hate James and the Giant Peach. I think it's terrifying.
Yes.
Absolutely scarring.
Does not like claymation.
Hate
right?
it.
What is it about claymation? I don't think we've ever gotten to the heart of why you don't like claymation.
I don't know what's at the heart of any of my fears, but this one in particular.
Trauma. Deep-seated
Yeah.
trauma.
Do you need a therapist? We can put you in touch.
Probably, but like whatever. I don't know. We watched this once in school,
Yeah.
so I couldn't like not watch it, and I was like, "Yo, I hate this. Can I stop?" And they were like, "No, you have
You
to watch
had
it."
to sit
and I was
through
like,
it?
"I hate this. This is so scary."
Mandatory James and the Giant Peach.
It's just like the claymation, especially that one. The proportions of the people
Mm.
are all kinds of off. James's head is fucking huge.
That's just a Tim Burton anything.
Just don't like it. It's scary. Like Corpse Bride as well.
Yeah.
No fucking thank you.
Yeah.
I could
What
do
about like Wallace and Gromit? That's fun.
no,
Chicken Run?
no.
Yeah.
Gumby,
He doesn't
no.
like Chicken Run.
I could do Nightmare Before Christmas maybe.
Yeah.
I
That one
don't
seems really scary.
Don't
'cause there's a skeleton.
love it,
Jack
but like
skeleton.
if somebody put it out,
And he's also in James and the Giant Peach.
is
Jack Skeletons?
Yeah, they go to the bottom of the ocean to a pirate ship, and there is a skeleton at the helm of the ship.
That's
It's
a
the
fun.
captain.
That's
and
a
it's
fun
Jack
crunch
Skellington.
right there.
Yeah, right.
That is
like,
fun crunch.
Wow.
I know weird obscure shit like that on my head.
Yeah. I could
Like
maybe
how
do.
eels don't reproduce.
That's
Yeah.
true. You did hit us with that. Yikes.
Again, I'm just on TikTok way too much. I
Yeah.
get like these fun factoids.
No,
All right.
thank you to stop motion animation.
I
Bear.
believe that is a earned 96%, but
Agreed.
we'll agree to disagree there.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason it is a 96, in my opinion, again, amazing cast, get a lot of returnees, so it's very impactful to the overall legacy of Survivor. I personally, I thought the different location was fun, with the exiled dune, and just like the shots we got were like alligators and hawks and like bugs and shit, and it's just a little bit visually different in a way that I appreciated at least.
Yeah.
New challenges that are here to stay as well, so impactful in that way. And all around, it's just one of my favorites. Like,
Yeah.
I agree that it's top 5 for me, like in all 40 seasons, and of the ones we've seen, it's top 3.
Yeah, it's great.
So,
Of the ones we've seen, I mean, China and Micronesia might be close, but this might have the most strategy,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah. I love it. The reason I knocked it a little bit is because I feel like JT at a certain point is an obvious winner, and it kind of like the last few episodes I noticed a bit of a drag in terms of it's a slow march for him to win. Like we know he's gonna win maybe 3 episodes from the end, or like we know that's the most likely outcome.
Yeah.
And then
Especially when Taj is gone.
it's kind of like how do you fill that time afterwards in a way that doesn't like it's just unavoidable. Like when you play a dominant game, it's like okay, that person's gonna win. That's the only real notch. But again, one of my personal favorite seasons, especially
Great
for all the characters.
season.
Yeah, Coach Tyson. Oh my God, so many good moments in this thing. So, all right, that is our Survivor Tocantins review. We have already started Survivor Samoa.
Yes.
How you feel about it so far, Andrew?
Not loving it.
What
but
about Hat
not
Guy?
hating it.
Yeah.
True.
very
I
mid.
like Russell, but I dislike Hat Guy.
They're two different people.
Two different. It's his alter ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. He puts it, you won't like when I put on the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Dr. Russell and Mr. Hat.
Dr. Russell and Mr. Hat.
Absolutely.
All right, folks.
Yeah. Thank you for listening along. We always appreciate it. Shouts out to the Goof Troop. We hope to see you next episode. Until then, got nothing for you. Grab your stuff, head back to camp. We'll see you next episode.
Say hi to your mother for me, all right?